All right, so anyways, let's do this again. So folks, there is a much simpler way than this setup here. You see this automation. These are the deformed bones that are warping to the control bones. There are other cases that are better, and here it's overly complicates everything for many other reasons. There's no I key here, inverse kinematics, so the bone orientations, they are all the same, so it's really not a case that differentiating the control rig from the deform rig matters too much. It causes too much, it creates too much the counterpart here is too big for this particular rig, mount rig, lips rig. So I'm gonna do different here. I'll show how this can be done in a much simpler way, just pose asset. But very interestingly, you might have noted that already. It's, if you are experienced 3D rigger animator in Blender, so this is no big deal, right, folks? For pose assets. So how to do this? Let's make a pose asset. First, I'm going to reposition these bones. So instead, I leave the parenting as it is, but I'm just gonna reposition the warps here. Let's make sure we got this thing here and move this shift selection to cursor. Then these. So the deformed bones, they are the ones which hold the proper positioning that I want for the mesh, right? This is already set, so it's all set now. So you don't have any. The small tweak here is the shrink wrap. So if I just turn this off, which is not recommended for this rig, but then this should be solved, right? No, it's not solved. So maybe there's another bone there with shrink wrap. No, so it's something else. It's another bone constraint probably. The copy transforms are also an automated thing. So not a problem here. So anyways, this slightly, it's irrelevant now. So what I'm gonna do is create the pose asset. So let's use a shift F1 pose library. I was making some essays here, but this is not what matters. So I'm going to, hold on, let's get some, we need the camera, right? Because, so it is already somewhere here, all right? So basically, I want to make a pose asset for the rest pose of the entire character. So that will be more handy for what I'm doing. Maybe later I'll have to remake that, or if I can, reedit. So basically, we'll take all the bones that I think are relevant for the control rig. Yes. So probably all these ones. So I'm gonna reset. First, let's hide everything. Let's hide this relationships. It will be easier. So Shift Alt H, then Alt Q. It's my shortcut for reset all transforms or pose mode from the bones. And so with this selected, we can probably, if I remember well, here is the pose library, and we need to, on here, it's a bit annoying how this is done, so I should shortcut this somewhere, right? So here we're gonna add a asset, create pose asset, which is creepy without the eyes. So just gonna make, perhaps bring the hair and bring the eyes, and that should do. So let's refresh, no, not that, it's here, and refresh the here. And actually let's get the entire body, because this will be the, my camera is tilted in some strange way, but this is fine. This is just a, so Alt 0, this will, and okay, so here we're gonna have this about here, and then Alt Enter. So this is, now I can refresh this one. There we go. So yeah, it's offset is terrible, but then What that means is that this pose asset, this, yeah, pose asset indeed, let's rename it also with some, the UI is very bad here, right folks? So here, let's get this rest pose. And so what that does is that, oh, I forgot the most important. This was the not sufficient. I have probably to make another one, but I need to repose this, of course, right? Let's hide this stuff. I should have used the isolate. Visibility would have been faster. But okay, so now I can really just have this posed in some way that I... Okay, the parenting is not working. What happened to these bones? They were parented, so why they are not moving? I don't know, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to Shift F8, no, Shift F9, no, Shift F7. So turn on that. So okay, they are back to working. So now we can pose, and now I can hide this. And now we can, because they are shrink wrapped, I can easily do this much more sane, right? Now this is following the other, so let's get this. And so we're gonna make this into the I'm using the mirror thing, right? So I'm not gonna rotate, so just do this, and I'm going to include this into the, so let's do this again, because I'm not sure if I can read it. Okay, so all this, so Alt H and Shift F1 all again. So asset, create pose asset. Now I'm gonna delete this one, so clear asset, and this cannot edit from here, so it need to be from here. So gonna rest pose plus lips. So it's not. So basically, now let's do the correct technique. And so probably it will be here. So if I just reset manually, it goes here. So just click this and all the body immediately go here. So yeah, if we reset, we got this. So this can be a bit complicated, but after I can have one that just for these lips. Actually, no, because if I want to reset just the lips, then if you know pose assets a little, you know how that. Let's use this control skeleton here. How do I kill? Let's say we make some crazy things here, and then okay, let's solve this. Well, how do you get this? It's not about. There's the lips here. So let's say we got just this color, and now I just got this selected, and I press here. Actually, reset. There we go. So you see, just get the selection. And then if you want, you can use the, where's the, that, you know, that inbuilt add-on for Blender, the bone selection sets can be used for animation. I don't know where it is, why it's not here, or not selection. Oh, it's a select menu. I'm not just familiar with that bone selection set. So you see, you can make a selection set of this, and so this would be. And if you want to reset the whole pose, just deselect everything, and there we go. So it doesn't matter if the bones are. So this is the master solution to avoid other complications on rigging. Just use the correct technique, alternative technique, right? Let's say that would be the default technique. And I think more and more as rigging evolves in the industry, agricultural industry and Blender also. These all overly complicated solutions for rigging, they'll all go to museum because there's something better around near the corner. And so it is not necessarily, I'm not saying this to regret learning rigging, advanced techniques or all sorts of crazy things. It's always interesting and can give some better insights in a lot of problems, also to build better solutions, right? Sometimes. But yeah, I think this is much better technique here for all this. So it's barely not about rigging. This is more about 3D animation. So they'll start to merge one with each other, I guess. Then that will be the future, maybe in rigging animation. That's it, folks. The highlight. Thanks for watching. Enjoy, and like and subscribe, please, if you want to support the channel. So, not to do here.